Hey, you guys, there's so much coming up that I want to teach you guys. I really want to teach you guys, and I keep thinking, oh, I'm going to have time. And so right now, I'm just going to take this time. I'm totally going to pay attention to where I'm going and how I'm driving. So just listen, you know what I mean? I could just do this audio, but some people connect more to video. Ah, look at the sun. I don't even have the sunroof open. Where's the sun even coming in from my other window? We're so lucky. All right. So my name is Dr. Cheryl Meier, and I'm a psychologist in my day job, but I also am a musician and an artist, and I just love people, and I love getting answers, you know, and understanding how to hack our lives and how to get out of situations so that you're not stuck. I don't want anyone to be stuck because of their childhood, you know, or their lives to be limited in any capacity. So this is why I do this. This is my passion. Like I'm still making YouTube videos, you know, anyway, I won't go into that. So I help people navigate through their spiritual awakening, through their psychological awakening, through life, so that we don't have to go through crap patterns over and over and over again. I don't want that to happen. All right. So this is what's the themes of what's been being shown to me recently is that when you're asked, okay, so your soul, you don't have to agree with me on any of this stuff. I'm just going to teach you what I know, okay? So that you can hack your life, right? And your soul consciousness, you came here for a reason. Let's just assume you came here for a reason. You don't have to assume this with me. I'm going to, because this is how I'm operating right now. Is your soul came here for a reason. If you keep giving yourself the same lessons over and over and over and over again, then it's repeating something from your childhood. There's something that happened in your childhood, and it's like there's a proverb that says, as a dog returns to its vomit, so a fool returns to his or her folly. And it's not judging yourself. Don't judge yourself about this. But just understand, I don't want to be foolish in my life. I want to be wise. I'm always asking for wisdom, right? So it's like, I want to be wise in my life. I don't want to be foolish. I don't want people to keep using me or taking advantage of me or stepping on me or I want to be wise because I can be wise. All right, so if we look at I'm like, God, give me the words, you know, because I can, anyway, I'll see what's coming, right? Let me talk about what was coming up before all of this was in my mind. Was someone was saying, you know, yeah, okay, so back to your soul. If your soul came here and has a position in mind or a place that it sees the possibility of you going to, you rising up to some higher level, if you want to call it that, some level where you're going for it, like to 1,000% more capacity in your life, instead of, you know, someone's paying me $5 an hour, let's say, to roll this marble here to there, here to there, here to there, here to there, there to here, you know, and there's I'm not making fun of any job anywhere, all right? But it's like, if you have the capacity to learn more, but you're not challenging yourself to learn more or to go to the higher levels of like, let's say you are like a Van Gogh inside, but you're not drawing, you know, you're not taking the time to draw or paint. It's like, the world would be missing a Van Gogh if Van Gogh Gogh didn't become Van Gogh, even though he was selling none of his paintings. Like, none of the world could not understand the value of the passion and the love and the beauty and the skill that he had in his paintings. Like, they couldn't understand at that time. He was ahead of his time. Does that mean he ought never to have made those only because his brother was the only one that bought his paintings? Like, no. Like, he was creating beauty. He was passionate. He was sincere. He was, like, of course, troubled in some ways, but it's like, it's my friend Elliot's birthday tomorrow, he's not here anymore, he's passed on. But it's like, what would the world be like if he hadn't created the music that he created, gone into the depths of his own pain and been honest about it, and of course wanted to show these esoteric truths and how to get out of it. But it's like, so there are principles and there are rules and there are patterns in life that you can learn, just like gravity. There are rules, and as you learn to align with ones that will truthfully, that will, like, okay, let me just give you a pattern, all right? Because I'm about to park here. I got here a few minutes early so I can finish this, I hope. Let's say that they've found, studies have found that if you are, if you have an open hand and you are giving, then more money flows to you. Okay, let's just say it flows to you because they found that money can come into you because you have an open hand. Then it's like, if people are just teaching you these, I keep going to all these business mastery classes and stuff, and they're teaching you how to have an open hand, or they're teaching you it in all these different ways. Here, let me put this in park. All right, then lo and behold, money starts flowing to you because you're applying these principles and giving back 10% of what you're making or whatever. There's just, when you're doing that, it creates a different mindset in you, and it creates you maybe making your company where you're taking care of your employees a lot better because you have this giving mindset. There's other principles that you are applying because you're doing this one thing. And so there are patterns in life that you can learn and see how you're doing these things psychologically, so that you can stop doing those things and do something different, and your whole life is going to start changing. And so what if your soul is like, hey, you had this experience early on in life, not so that you could be tortured and feel like crap because your parents abandoned you or ignored you or whatever, so that you could learn this lesson and teach other people not to do it in their own lives, or so that you would know, you would be really sensitive to what that feels like, and so that you would not do that to other people. You would be a force of change in this world to teach people how to not do that, not because you keep trying to heal your childhood, but because it's an important principle to teach people, but at the same time, all right, as a psychologist, I'm telling you, I'm teaching you, is like, but as a person, just as a person here on YouTube, because I'm not your psychologist. If you need professional help, go get that, as just a person who has this experience of being a psychologist for over 20 years, I'm teaching you, like, what if we had a bunch of past lifetimes and you were always treating people in this poor way, and you were always signing up for it yourself somehow over and over and over again, and so you wanted to learn how to not do that ever again and repeat it in your next lives. Let's just say if this is a matrix or we were in a video game and you keep coming back and having like a Groundhog Day experience, you know, with Bill Murray. He keeps coming back to the same day until he learns how to do it. He keeps trying all these different ways. What am I supposed to be learning here? If there's a supposed to be, but you know, and so it's like you come back and you have this capacity to learn. And what if you wanted to experience it so that you never treat people that way anymore? You know, what if you chose that? Then you could change the whole story and you're no longer a victim of that. And you're like, oh yeah, I don't want to do that anymore. Okay, I got it. I don't want to do that anymore. And then though, you have to figure out how to heal yourself, or how to let the divine love, how to let God come in and bring love and healing into this. You didn't let it come before because you kept getting mad at God because you were a victim of this. Once you see you're not a victim and you chose this in some way, it's not like you're a masochist, but you wanted to teach yourself something, you know. And what I was learning, so you can keep thinking about that, right? What I was learning from someone else, even this morning, I was listening to this live thing and this live teaching, and he was saying like, whatever appointment you have set up for yourself. So let's say you were going to become like the leader of a country or some big leader. It's like your soul is going to have things in life, or divine love or providence, or however it sets up, where you're going to be prepared for that position. They're going to do their best to prepare you for that position. And if you keep taking shortcuts in your preparation, it's like, okay, I thought of it this way, of course, you know, if like, okay, I'm getting prepared for a better relationship than the one that I was in previous to this. I was married for a long time, and someone else is being prepared for me. It's like, yeah, you better be putting him through all sorts of tests. And it's kind of like, if I'm going to have a lot of clients come my way at once, like let's say through my classes, like millions or something, then it's like, and it doesn't have to be, I'm just saying if they are, then yes, of course, divine love God is not going to just throw someone out there that's horrible and hasn't gone through all of the steps that God can prepare that person to have the capacity to love on a huge level, and to not compromise, and to not give in, and to not sell out for things, and to not keep taking the short term. Like, it would be so easy for me to take all sorts of short term easy quick fixes in my life right now, but I've chosen over and over, and I'm not saying I'm like this bright shining example, I'm just saying I've chosen over and over and over and over again to say no to those things. And you think I'm gonna pick some guy to date next that hasn't said no to all these things, that's selling out in all these ways in his life? I'm not gonna date a person like that. He doesn't get a quality person like me, and you know, he's worth a quality person like me as well. You see how that works together. So all the testing that I have gone through and not compromised myself has made me a better person, makes you not better, but I'm just saying it makes you, you know, it's like a movie company wants to hire someone that's made, you know, that's done acting really well in like 10 movies before. That's what they feel like they can bank on. It doesn't mean they will do a good job in that movie, but that's what they like banking on, you know? And it's like someone that's made millions and millions of dollars for all these other ad campaigns. That's who they want to hire. I understand that's what they want to do, you know, because this person has a track record. Look at what they've done in their past, and that's their track record. It just is, you know. And we can all begin again and start a new day. And so you don't judge yourself or anything like that, but you just know that whatever testing and trials you're going through, it's like no one likes discipline at the time they're getting it, but all of that testing is you know, builds your character and builds who you are, and builds the capacity for how you can give back to this world for, you know, in a amazing way, you know. And it's like that Elliot kept creating songs, like made him a better craftsman at songs, and kept living his life on a sincere, deep, very conscious level, like woke up my consciousness, you know, like that that is valuable, that adds value to this world, you know. And so all of these things, anything that we've done that wasn't for good, can be put in the fire. Once you surrender it to divine love, to God, it can be put in the fire and all used for good. So it can all be used for good. So it's just like learning how to seek first the kingdom of God. What does that look like in our lives? And learning how to accept the trials and not look at just the physical outcome, and not go to past easy ways just because they'll make you feel good in the moment. You know, it's like it's not worth selling out yourself for the short-term goods. They're keeping you from the long-term good. And back to the first thing we started with about looking at these patterns and looking at how am I keep waiting for my parents in childhood to do something different, instead of flipping it and going, wait, maybe I learned this for a different reason. Maybe I, allowed the free will of this person to be in my life so that I would learn to never be like that. And I would learn what it's like to feel what that feels like. And now I don't want to keep repeating that experience, because I'm not interested in feeling that anymore. I've learned my lesson. God help me learn my lesson. Whatever religion you are. All right, that's enough for now. I gotta go. I'm meant to be at this meeting right now. Much love.